What's going on, guys? It's George from Gem Mint and Collectors World. I'm very excited about this next set of videos. I'm going to be doing 4 parts. So basically, what happened is me and my brother found our box of cards we collected as kids. It was buried in my parents' garage. I think about 9 months ago, we were cleaning it out and we found it, and it's been sitting around till then. And I thought what I would do is I would do 4 parts and just show you guys the cards that me and my brother collected as kids. It's pretty funny because I remember now there was cards in binders that I'll do videos for other time, and loose cards, but it's funny because me and my brother, I remember maybe when we were I was like 12, we sat down having a business meeting, and this is the cards we decided were going to be sleeved. So not a lot of cards got sleeved before this. When we were really started collecting when we were about 9, 10 years old, it was all about playing with the cards, collecting, knocking off the checklists. So we didn't think about making money or anything like that. We just did it for the love of it. And it turned into a business for me right now, but still goes back to as a kid, just collecting and loving doing it with my brother. So these are the cards that we sleeved. I also found our comic collection too. So on part 4 of this video, I'm going to show you the comics that I had. So these cards have been untouched since we were kids. I don't think there was a card in here that's past maybe 90 or 91. And then I stopped collecting, got into other things, and then started up a couple of years ago. So this is going to be nostalgic for a lot of people. Me and my brother collected in Toronto, Canada, if you're watching this from other areas. So there's a lot of hockey in here. Obviously some baseball, basketball. This is like a snapshot of probably from 88 to about 91. They're all older cards as well, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Just wanted to start off with the ugliest cards I found is probably the worst set ever is this 1991 Fleer. I found them in the box as well. So as you can see, this is maybe the worst set or the worst cards. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of the worst cards that was ever made. But my vote is for 91 Fleer. Very bad. Terrible. There's a Luis Gonzalez rookie though, but terrible. The other thing that was funny, there was some cards in these big hunks of plastic. So that was pretty funny as well. So this is an Adam Oates rookie. Now I haven't gone through these cards to see if there's any worth slabbing to PSA, but I'll do it after. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So let's start up, guys. First up is this mini o-pee-chee card, Wayne Gretzky. I remember this mini as a kid collecting. I think there's a couple in this collection, but this is the Gretzky. I think this is his first year in the Kings, so it's probably around 88 when he got traded. So this is probably from the press conference that he started crying in. So Wayne Gretzky, 1988, mini o-pee-chee. Next up is, I think, 82, Andre Dawson, All-Star. There is a lot of Blue Jay and Expos, obviously, as kids growing up. The 2 Canadian teams, we had a lot of cards from them. So this is an Andre Dawson. Here's a pro set Gretzky from about the same time, about 88, 89. John Smoltz. I remember this red, this is from 90 Don Ross. I remember this red set. This is one of the biggest sets that I collect, I bought a lot of cards in. So this is from the 90 John Smoltz. Here's another John Smoltz from 90. As you can see, pretty funny as well, are these yellow tinted card holders. I don't know what was up with them, but seem to have a lot of them. Here's a Joe Sakic rookie from 89. And also a Fleury. I think those were the 2 big rookies there, Fleury and Sakic. Here is one of the biggest booms in the industry was around this time. I think it was probably around 89, is when Griffey from baseball and Lindros from hockey took off. That's what got a lot of kids back into collecting. Eric was supposed to be the next Gretzky, so there are a lot of Eric. Now, he had a pretty good career, I guess, until he get into the concussion problems. So I don't know. Here's Fedorov pro set. Here's another Fedorov, and it was funny. We had a business meeting and said, okay, these are the cards that we're going to retire with. So we thought we were going to make $1 million. Here's a Magic John. Now, some of these cards have worth, but as you can see, they're probably dinged up. I haven't checked them all, but here's a Magic Johnson. Most valuable player. I think this is 1990 hoops. Here's a Gretzky record breaker. This one's pretty good. It looks pretty centered. Oh, there's a little stain on the side there, but this is a Ron Francis rookie from 82 o-pee-chee. Here's another Smoltz. I could see my mindset as a kid. I'm thinking, you know, there was a couple of rookies that you kind of cling on to. I thought Smoltz, hey, he's had a Hall of Fame career, I think. So here's a Bossy All-Star card. You know, the other thing that was funny is that the card holders had the rookie cards on them as well. Here's a Pete Mahovlich. I had some older cards in here too. So I'm going to take a look at this one after and see. It's a little off center left to right, but I want to see. I'll tell you guys in another future video if there was any cards that I sent in and what the grades were. So here's another Gretzky. Here is another card from the early 90s. I think this is Upper Deck, and this is a Red Wings checklist. And that's when the Russians started coming into the league too, in this yellow tin. So that's Fedorov right there. Here's a Vince Coleman rookie from 86 Tops. Always liked the 86 Tops. Really hard to get a PSA 10 with the black border, but here's a Bob Bourne from 78. We got a George Brett, 86 Tops. And here is a Reggie Jackson from the 86 Tops. So continuing, here's probably the best card of this whole bunch. It is off center, left to right, but this is 81 Gretzky. And it's in pretty good condition, so I'm going to check the surface and the corners on this one. So it's probably going to get an OC for sure. That's more than probably, that's about 90-10 left to right. But even an OC in this Gretzky third year card, I believe, third year, you'll probably get a couple of dollars if it becomes a high OC. This one maybe has a shot at a 7 or 8. I'll take a look at that after. So here is an NHL action card. This is from 73, I believe, or 72. I'll take a look after. Here's a 71, one of my favorite sets. Here's a Gump Worsley. And this is a goalie, for you guys in the States that don't know, that played his entire career without a mask, if you can believe it these days. But yeah, goalies didn't wear masks back then, so it's off-centered a little bit. But and he played into his 40s, so it's pretty funny here. Here's Brad Park. This is probably 75, 76. Kirk Gibson. Here's some Gretzky cards. Here's a Gretzky. I'll take a look at these Gretzky cards once again after, see if there's any ones worth grading. Gretzky cards are always hot. Here's Premier, so o-pee-chee did baseball cards, and they came out with a higher end. Obviously, when Upper Deck changed the landscape in 88 or 89, and everybody wanted to up their game. So this is o-pee-chee's version of a higher set. This is called Premier. And this is a Griffey. This is from 1990. Here's a Thurman Thomas. I don't know, probably third, fourth year. I don't know why we thought as kids that this card would be valuable, but it's in here, so I thought I'd show it to you. Here's a Gretzky from probably 89 or 90 Upper Deck. And another Gretzky here. A little off center left to right. Here's a Davis, Eric Davis. I believe this is his rookie. 85 was his rookie. This is 86, Eric Davis. Here's another Gretzky. This is one of the cards that stand out for me as a kid. This is, I believe, 88 o-pee-chee. And this is the reason this stands out is this is a big deal back then. Look at those stats, by the way. Look at those stats. Over 200 points. Wow. 91 goals. I don't think those will ever be broken ever. Let me get a kind of good shot of that. I don't think anybody. 92 goals, 120 assists, 212 points. I don't think that's ever going to be. That's never going to be broken. Look at those stats, man. Amazing, crazy to think that those stats were getting done. But in today's hockey, especially, so pretty cool there. Here's another Gretzky in a red red card holder for some reason. Here's a Paul Coffey, and this is from 84 o-pee-chee. Here is a Blue Jay future cards for this for 82, and you can see Jesse Barfield was there, one of my favorite players growing up. And you got a Joe Newendike rookie on a really stained card holder. And here's a Lemieux. This is from 88. Here's an 87 Lemieux. I'll take a look at these Lemieux as well. This one looks a little banged up on the top there. Here's an 86 record breaker, Roger Clemens. I thought this was, I don't know, he's pretty close for Hall of Fame right now, but obviously he got mixed up in the PEDs. He would have been a surefire Hall of Famer now. Guy Lafleur, off center, left to right, 78. Here's another o-pee-chee mini, Patrick Waugh. One of my favorite goalies growing up. Probably my favorite goalie of all time, Patrick Waugh. Here is a Luc Robitaille rookie that looks pretty centered. I'll take a look at that one after. Maybe send that into PSA. Here is a Griffey 80 upper deck. And last but not least, a Rod Carew. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching part one. I'm going to do 3 parts of cards. Part 4 is going to be comics. So if you're nostalgic about old comics, I got a really, really cool collection we had as kids. I think we haven't bought comics since the early 90s, maybe late 80s. And all these comics we found in a box, so it's pretty cool as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, if you're not already, subscribe and check out and hit the notification bell. We have a lot of PSA orders coming in. So there'll be a lot of PSA reveal videos, so we'll let you know when they're ready to go. And also, Gem Mint 10 Collectors World on Facebook group. We do a group submission order to PSA. If you're interested, go on there and I'll give you the details. Thank you for watching. Instagram going crazy, over 1,700 followers. So there's a lot of people that love the hobby as me, which is amazing. And all my cards that I submit to PSA go to my eBay store, _7. Go on there, take a look, and let me know if you want to make a deal. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This is kind of amazing, taking a snapshot of my childhood. And I'll see you next time.